The people have spoken, and it's time for a WIP parade. Hi everybody, my name is Claire. I am Floss Chronicles on Instagram and now on YouTube, and this is my third video. It is the middle of September, 16 September, and I was amazed at how many people commented on my last video and asked to see a WIP parade. So I thought, okay, I'll give it a try. No idea how this is gonna go. There's about, I think I have about 20 WIPs, so not a massive amount, but to me it feels like a good amount to try to get through to just discuss with you what I've been working on, maybe what I started on first, some of the projects that I began when I first got back into cross stitching that are like kind of on the back burner because honestly, they're not really my style anymore. It's not really what I want to stitch, but I somehow feel compelled to finish them. I think I'm not good at not finishing what I start. So I think, you know, with a little bit of time and perseverance, I'll be able to get through them. And I'm super grateful for WIP Go. So if you don't know what WIP Go is, it was created by, I believe it's Jessie Marie Does Stuff. She came up with this idea of making like a bingo board where you put on it projects that you want to complete. You can set goals for yourself. If you complete one, you get to start a new one. Yada yada. It's pretty free and easy, but it's a really good way to hold yourself accountable to maybe touch projects that you wouldn't normally get a chance to work on. So I really liked it because when she calls the numbers for the month, 2 numbers are called every month. You can just look at the block. It's the goal that you set for yourself, and it gives me a moment to be like, oh, I gotta get on that project. I need to put some stitches into that one. So that part's been really helpful. So I think I will get through all my projects eventually. I've had 1 or 2 that I've UFO'd, but for the most part, the stuff that I have now is stuff that I definitely intend to finish. And it kind of runs the gamut. So we'll just get into it. I'll show you, you know, kind of from the beginning to the end of what I just started this last week, and probably tell you a little bit about some haul that I got as well. So without further ado, this first project I started right when lockdown began here, which was probably March of 2020, April of 2020. So it was really hard to get any supplies. Everything shut down here in Germany. So getting out and about was really tricky, and getting flosses and things were tricky. So on this one, part of the reason I haven't touched it in a while is I did a conversion from DMC to Anchor Floss. Anchor Floss is also more widely available where I am. And I'm not super thrilled with some of the colors. So that's part of the reason why I'm not working on this one, and some other reasons, which I'll show you. So I started this, I found it online, and I'm gonna have to put a picture. Let me just pause here and tell you, I'm not putting any of these pictures in. I'm not editing this video. I am super lucky to have tech support, built-in IT team that's helping me put together these videos. My kid, Simon, 16-year-old little whiz kid, has decided Mom needs a floss tube. So it was their idea to get me started and set up on this, and they have been so helpful. They help me with my intro, my outro. They do all the show notes. They make sure I look somewhat presentable. They were mortified at my framing last time because I didn't realize how close the camera was. And they were like, Mom, you have got to back up. Mom, you've got to look into the camera. So now I've got like a little, there's like a little arrow just to like guiding me toward where I should be looking in the camera. I've tried to frame this, like, got a little more background. It's not just like an insane extreme close-up of my head. So Simon is going to put the picture here of the project that I'm working on. And it is a stained glass project, a stained glass Good Omens project. And I will have to also list the creator's name in the show notes because I totally don't remember now. it came out, and it was right about the time Good Omens was available on Prime. Of course, we were binge watching all kinds of TV. We all like Neil Gaiman in this house, and when we watched it, I was just totally in love with the characters. So when I saw this project, I thought, oh, I have to do that. And it's, I mean, for me at the time, it was huge. It's still huge for me. And it's a full coverage piece. So let me show you where I'm at with that. You can see that I have Crowley and Aziraphale started. I've got the background started here in the, it's like a stained glass. It's going to look like a huge stained glass window when it's all said and done. I'm not thrilled with the charting of Aziraphale's face. So that's another reason why I set this one down for a minute. And the thing that I don't like about the conversion is these blues, DMC has better turquoise colors. They've just got much brighter, more brilliant turquoise. So that conversion isn't my favorite when I look at the original, but yeah, I think it's fine. So I have a lot more to go. I think I'm on like page 4 of 9 in total. So it's big. It's on 18 count, easy count Zweigart fabric. And this is really my only foray into any kind of full coverage. That's not my jam. You people who do HAEDs, I think that's amazing. I absolutely love to watch that happen, but I have no desire whatsoever to stitch something that big or that ambitious. So this is probably the biggest I'm gonna get, and hopefully I will get back to that. So that's on my WIP Go board twice, and one is to finish the black outline, and then the other is, to just spend 10 days working on it. So it is in this super cute project bag from Dot Goose Designs. Love her stuff, super adorable. Love strawberries. So that's project 1. The next project I have that I started pretty quickly after the Good Omens piece was the Skeptics sampler. And this is by Patty Moran of Sweetwater Studio. So she was talking about how she's not really a pattern. She doesn't really like to do samplers. And she was just thinking of like a fun way to make a scientific sampler. So she did this design, which I think is super adorable. And I think I'm going to actually, my goal was to gift this to my husband to have it for his office because he's a super nerdy science guy. It's a quote by Carl Sagan that says, "The nitrogen in our DNA, the calcium in our teeth, the iron in our blood, the carbon in our apple pies was made in the interiors of collapsing stars. We are made of star stuff." And I thought that was super cute. So here's where I am with that one. Again, I had to do an anchor conversion, which was pretty decent. I'm pretty happy with the way this is turning out. I've got almost all of the scientists finished across the top. I think I just have to finish Neil deGrasse Tyson over here. Those are his legs. And the bottom is going to be a little tedious because this Darwin evolving man and the shuttle just seem like a lot of just kind of boring stitching. So again, I think that's why I set this one down, as I just got a little bit bored with it. But I need to get back to this and finish it, get it framed up. And I think that's going to be cute on my husband's wall in his office. And this one is in a So Much to Love bag. And these bags are so cute. I have a thing for project bags. So I have more project bags actually than I have projects at the moment, because I adore the fabric and I just think they're so cute. This one, look at these little thimbles. It's so cute. And I love her little felt heart that she puts on each one. I think these are so adorable. It's the perfect size to just toss in the car, bring with you when you're traveling, or bring to your living room. So I like that one a lot. All right, what else have we got going on? This project actually has gotten a lot of work this last month because it was called in August for me. And this is the one I think literally everyone is stitching. I've seen so many iterations of Long Dog Samplers Pandemic. I love to see I'm following it on Facebook. There's a group on Facebook, and I love to see the finished projects. I love to see people's color combinations. They are so amazing. I'm impressed with people who finished it. I mean, there are people who finished it like right away, and then there's people who've just recently been getting it finished. So I need to get back on the stick with this one. It's just, I don't even have a good excuse. I like stitching on this one just fine. I think I just have other things that pull my attention away. So this is where I'm at. This is on an 18 count, just plain white Zweigart. This, again, really indicative of like me starting out. As I was doing 18 count was like as high of a thread count as I would go, because I thought, oh, I can't see anything besides 18 count. And I really I chose these colors because I had just returned in January 2020 from a trip to Istanbul, which was just the most amazing trip. I think I've said it before, but it was so amazing. And all of their pottery includes these colors, these reds and turquoise and blue and green. And I just really loved like the graphic quality of those and how bright they are. So I wanted to bring that into my pandemic stitching to kind of commemorate that time, because it was the last trip I took for a couple of years, and then we were kind of squirreled away just like everybody else, which I'm super excited. I'm getting out of the house. I'm talking to real people and like meeting folks in real life. We have this little stitchy group that's meeting in my community, and I'm so excited. It's really taking off. We had 2 new people show up last night, and they are brand new to stitching. So they were, 2 of us, the other 2 of us are pretty like our regulars. Rika King is there from House of Stitch and Stash, and my other friend, my newfound friend, Shauna Sprague, she's doing amazing work, like just awesome embroidery. So the 3 of us are like, oh, do you have this? Oh, did you see this? Oh, is this? And we're just talking about everything. And these 2 new girls were like, So I really hope we didn't scare them away. I was at the end of our meeting, I was like, please come back. Like, we really want to hang out and talk with you. And they both were really, really sweet. And I love that we're getting a group together. I'm forming a nation of cross stitchers. Like, we're getting a group together. We're getting organized. This is happening. I love it. I absolutely love it. So, yeah, that's been really fun to get out in real life after being shut up in the house for so long. This project, my pandemic, is in a GaRon Tottenbag. I really love these project bags. I'm in their project bag of the month club, which I love because I love to get mail. When you're overseas, it's like mail takes forever to get to you, so you have to wait, and then, you know, it usually all kind of shows up at the same time, and when it does, it's like Christmas. And I have a little box, and I get these little slips in the box that say I have a package, so I can like go and pick up what I ordered and see what came. And it's always awesome to see my bag of the month. These guys ship so fast. I don't even know. Like, I don't know what they're doing, but their stuff gets to me faster than anything else that I order. Like, once I pay the invoice, it's on my doorstep in a matter of days. So that part's really awesome. The next project I have is a kit. Oh, I don't have oh yes, I do have the cover page. Oh, but the cover page got torn. All right, this might be another one where Simon has to put a picture in, like, up there. This is called Warm and Soft by RTO. And it is so cute. I loved it because of the colors. I loved it because it's got this like cute little spot where you attach fibers like a braid outside of stitching. It's going to be, I think it's going to be so adorable when I finish it. And really that's about all I have left is just some back stitching. Let me show you here. It is on navy blue. This is the kit fabric. Get my little binder out of the way there. Look how cute. Such a sweet little dog. I can't even. It's adorable. I love all the colors. I love the way the little dog's face is taking shape in there. This would not take anything to finish. I mean, it's literally like some snow and then I got to figure out that braid situation, which I feel much braver about now. Like when I started it, I was like, I don't know, but I loved the colors. I love the navy blue. This is tricky to work on, I will give you that, but I think it's like 14 count. So in a well-lit room, no problem. This was no problem at all. So I will definitely have that one finished up. If not by Christmas, then I will definitely do, this will be part of my winter stitching to get done in January of this year. And that is in another So Much to Love bag. Look at these squirrels. Animals and sweaters, am I right? Is there anything cuter? I mean, so cute. And I'm obsessed with snails. We have snails here that are just enormous. I think they are like simultaneously creepy and also amazing and so beautiful. And I love them. So yeah, I love this bag. All right, moving along. This project is a vintage Charlie Harper bird bath. And I really love Charlie Harper's design. I just think he's got really, really cool graphics. Animals are awesome and fun to stitch. I love the motion of these wings flapping up and down. I thought that was so adorable. So I did this one. Is also on 14 count. I believe this was like a denim colored Ada. And it too is so close to a finish. So I really just need to like get over it and get these done. Here's where he's at. So just have the wing to do and a bunch of these dead leaves and the snow caps. I was held up because I was looking to get like a blending filament to make it kind of sparkly on the snow parts, which probably is not showing up at all here. And there's beads, and I didn't realize that when I first started. So super intimidated by beads until I started my chatelaine, and now I'm like, no problem. So I will also work on this one and get this one finished. If not now, then during my winter stitching, because this is definitely a wintry. This is right up there with him, with the other, with my little dog. Very wintry kind of stitch. And this bag I got from Lake House Stitch Company. Oh, I should show you the, hold on. Let me take this out of here so you can see the back fabric, because the inside lining is actually the prettiest. It's these really beautiful koi fish. So pretty and shimmery. And this is like gold sheen and lotus blossom. And I love this color palette so much. I think this is a really pretty bag. I'm a sucker for good fabrics. I just, every time I see a bag with irresistible fabric, it's really hard to say no. Speaking of which, Painted Leaf Co. Holy smokes. Their latest bag has these beautiful gourds and pumpkins all over it. And it is, oh, so fall. I want one so bad. Do I need another bag? I don't need another bag. Will I maybe get like a thread keep? Maybe, because the fabric is so pretty. They choose really great fabrics. That is another great company for project bags. I have a couple, so you're gonna see a few and I'll talk more about them. She is the mom, and it's the mom and the sister of Jen from Stitchy Friends. So another great floss tube. If you're not watching Stitchy Friends, oh, it's Sarah. So is it Sarah? It's Sarah. Sorry. It's Sarah and Jen of Stitchy Friends, and Sarah's mom and Sarah's sister have this company. They sell plants, they sell cool macrame, they sell prints, and they make these awesome project bags. You should check them out. Their channel's amazing. Super, they're always doing cute projects. So this honkin' bag, also by So Much Love, this is like one of their big bags, is holding all of my Chatelaine. It's the printed out paper project. It is the box of floss. It's all the special, it's like everything. It's in here, and it's beefy. And I don't know. When I was at this crafting night last night, the cross stitch night last night, Shauna brought her finished Chatelaine. She did the, oh, forgive me, I think it's it's called the Halloween mandala, or the Black Cat mandala. It's gorgeous, outstanding. It's so pretty. And she and Rico were talking, and they have all these kits, all these Chatelaines kitted up and ready to go. And I'm thinking, I'm going to be lucky to finish this one in my lifetime. Like, okay, two. I have the beaded toadstool tile, which is a small. And then I have this guy. This is, again, because of my obsession with Istanbul, this is the Constantinople Hamam. And this is my progress so far. So it is on a 28 count Lugana. It has like a little bit of a gray-green thing going on. This was really before I discovered a bunch of like hand-dyed fabrics, definitely before I was ordering anything online. So I got this from the Zweigart store, and I took all my threads with me and just like did a floss toss and felt like this was a really good neutral background, because I was reading, you know, the website for Chatelaine has all these tips and tricks from people, and they say like, hey, don't go too busy on your fabric. Now I kind of wish I had chosen like something sparkly, but like not enough to start this over because there are so many specialty stitches from the get-go, and they're tricky. I mean, okay, they're not impossible, right? Kitschy Whips, my friend Maggie, she is always like, listen, it's just thread. You can totally do this. It's just fabric and thread. And she's right. So I don't want to, like, in comparison with many other difficult things in the world, making Jessica stitches is not that bad. Like, you can do an Algerian knot or whatever. You can manage it. But it's not enough for me to want to restart this project. So that's where I'm at with this. I've got basically like everything but the beads done in the very center. Now I'm working my way out this way. And I did finally put this on to, I have the PDF version, and so I do have a tablet that I'm using so I can enlarge it to really see. Because man, I feel for people who just have the paper patterns. They are so intricate. It is so difficult to read. And like I can't squirrel it out. So I'm gonna have to use my my tablet for that one. Otherwise, I'm super old school. I like the paper. I've got highlighters galore. I like to highlight off where I am. I like to make a working copy. Like, I'm super into the paper pattern, so I don't really like to do the digital thing. And hence, I don't really know like what my percentage is of like where I'm at with my projects, things like that. I don't know that, but it's fine. I don't think anyone really, I'm not losing sleep over not knowing the statistics. So the next one is my other Chatelaine, and that is my beaded toadstool tile. Look at how good the beads look, y'all. I know, I think I showed this in my last video, but I don't care. I'm going to show it again. Look at, I'm beading. It's good. It's good, and it's not that hard. So I ordered a little like tacky case to keep my beads from flying everywhere, because right now I'm just using this like tiny dish, and I'm pretty sure at some point like they're all gonna go flying or something's gonna bump, and I don't want to lose any of these beads. So I ordered one of those, and I think that'll make this a little bit easier to get out and work on. And I also put this on the printer and like blew it up to massive size so I could really see each individual square, because some of the icons are just really tiny and hard to read in the original pattern. And I'm keeping that one in my Kathie's Posies bags that I've shown you before. And I called it Nancy's Posies the first time and I felt so bad because it's Kathie's Posies and her stuff is so cool. And these vintage things are so cool. I love this bag. So cute. All right, moving along. What have we? Oh, I haven't worked on this one in an age. This is from Birdie's Crossing. I don't know, this kind of looks like a pattern, so I don't think I'm going to show this. I'm going to have Simon put a picture up of this one as well. This is the No More sampler. And I also saw a lot of people working on this with different iterations and really cool flosses. And I chose Bradley's Balloons from Threadworks. And here is where I'm at on that one. So you can see it has kind of a spicy word in the middle there. Oh my gosh, it's upside down. Here, hold on. Here we go. Little spicy word in the middle. And it's got other things around sexism, misogyny, sectarianism, all these different things. I really love this idea of a sampler. I'm totally into a modern sampler and not so much the reproductions and things like that. I have to let you know this needle minder is super cute. And it was designed by Shelli Can. I have to link her website below because she has awesome needle minders. Great stuff. So cute. Totally love it. Totally love it. This one's not far from a finish either. I really just have let's see. I think there's just a little bit more over here and a little on the side. And here it's not a very big project. So I need to get on that. This was not a fabric that's I think it's don't quote me on this, but I think it's machine dyed, where one side of the fabric is dyed and the other side isn't, because it's kind of patterny and gradiated looking here, but the back clearly looks like the back, it looks like the wrong side of the fabric. It's good. It's a 20 count. I liked a 20. I mean, I started getting smaller. I was like, ooh, look at me. I'm gonna go to a 20 count. So it's easy to stitch on for sure. But I'm really spoiled because I've really gotten into stitch me fabrics. And I have a fair amount of those that I've gotten from Friday Night Fight Night. So I punish myself and stay up until the middle of the night because it's 2 a.m. here when the thing starts, and I always stay up and try to fight for some pieces, and I've got some awesome stuff and her fabric is great. So yeah, some of the stuff I did back in the day, it's good, it's fine. But I can just definitely see where my style is evolving and what I want to work on is evolving, and the type of fabric I want to use has evolved. So no worries there. There's another awesome GaRon bag with the Latina women. I mean, come on. How cute is this? I love it. Love the inside fabric too on this one. Totally adorable. All right. Then I've got this beautiful Christmas project. This one is a Bothy Threads kit, the 12 Days of Christmas. And I saw this online. I saw someone stitching it, I think, and I just loved the colors. I love how bright it is. I love all these birds. Look at that cow. How cute is that? That Lord a leapin'. So pretty. Got this kit and then realized just how much backstitching and couching is in this. and beads. So this is another one where I will be working on this for a long time. All of this white is all like couching, which I'm guessing is like a fancy word. Maybe it's an English word for backstitching. I'm not sure, but it's a little bit different. They give you some pointers on how to do it. But I've been slowly but surely working on this. This is also just the kit fabric. It's an 18 count. And here's where I'm at. I started with the 5 gold rings. There's so much gold in this. And it's super shiny. I mean, it's really pretty. It's so pretty. The numbers are really gorgeous. Those 4 calling birds. It's good. I've just like started into the cow right there. So this one is an easy stitch. Like once I start it, it's really simple. It's just big blocks of color. It's kind of a no-brainer. I like that kind of project sometimes when you just want to sit and maybe binge watch a show or you're on the road or whatever the case may be. It's a really good one. And I'm looking forward to getting back to that in the Christmas time. When I get back in the holiday mood. Right now I'm so into fall, so into like pumpkins and witches and all the things, especially after Expo. Did anybody buy anything at Expo? I tried to exercise restraint, but the blue flower got me. She is so, can we just talk about, I love her FlossTube too. She's so much fun to watch. And I love that she highlights people, you know, being drunk with power and like making their changes to her patterns. And her patterns are just so pretty. So I did get the autumn hymn. That'll be coming with my next, with my sticky bead thing and my next bag of the month from GaRon. So it's another GaRon bag. Love this one with the books all over it. So pretty. Next, we have another pandemic. Excuse me, not pandemic. Another Long Dog Samplers. This is Opening Gambit. So when I saw this one online, I really fell in love with it. I love the chess pieces. I love the little dragons. They are the cute little dog. There is a dragon right here balancing a teapot on his tail. I just think that's like the cutest thing ever. So I chose one of my favorite DMC flosses, 820. I'm stitching this on some iridescent. I believe this is, actually this could be 20 count. This looks pretty small actually. I think this might be 20 count. 20 count slow agate, iridescent, opal. And there's where I'm at, just in the center. And I love that blue. 820 is a pretty blue. It's so royal looking to me. I love it. And I love the idea of a monochromatic piece. Because up until now, as you've seen, I have not done one of those. Like Bradley's balloons is really variegated. My Long Dogs, my Pandemic has 4 or 5 colors. So I kind of liked the idea of just sticking with one color, seeing how that goes. And another one that's like super easy to stitch because you just pick up a thread and have at. So I'm looking forward. I need to get back to that one as well. That's a good one. Hopefully it'll come up on the WIP Go board and I can put some stitches into it. Here's another GaRon stitchery. All of these like mer people skeletons. I need to do better at like matching up the bags to the project, but I just love this one because like, the colors is just so bright. It's so pretty. And there's the inside with the little pirate skulls. Oh, GaRon Tottenbags. You had me at hello. I love your stuff. I have got to tell you, since my first video, was it my first video? I think it was my first video when I was talking about Clay by Kim and her amazing dragon needle minders and how, for the life of me, I could not get one. They had eluded me. They're in the, again, the sale is in the middle of the night. They sell out in like 2 minutes. I don't know. I like put them in my cart and they're gone. And I'm just like, and I was so frustrated with trying to get them that I was like, I don't need one anyway. I'm fine. But then I was like, well, I mean, there is a sale tonight. So let me just try. Guys, I got one. What? Oh my gosh. Would you look at this? Would you look at this? So pretty. Super excited. Kim, these are amazing. They're like the most beautiful little works of art. I can't get over how intricate it is in real life. And I'm super excited that I have one now. And I'm pretty much going to exclusively use this needle minder. I cherish it. It's beautiful. So the project that it is sitting on currently is my WIP Go of the month, which I started, which is this Istanbul by Thea Gouverneur. Again, so totally like mesmerized with Turkey. I can't even. Just really love that place. And I did put a couple stitches in it at the cross stitch night last night. So not a lot. I'm not going to take this off because it is massive. It's an 18 count. You saw it in my last video. If you haven't, go back and check out my other video. It's massive, but yeah, I got some stitching here into the dome. So that's where we're at with that guy. And this was in one of my very first bag of the month club bags from GaRon. And this was when I had like the big one, which I like, but I switched up to the 12 by 13 size. Just, it's more practical for most of my projects. Most of my projects are not this large. So this is a good one though to keep this big boy in. He's got a lot of threads. Thea Gouverneur, she likes to switch out colors left, right, and center. So it's slow going on this one because you have to like do a couple stitches and then it's time to switch up and you can't really see where you can hop around very much. And I don't really know how to do thread parking, and it's not a full coverage, so I don't even know if it lends itself to thread parking. So yeah, it's just going to be a slow going project. I'm fine with that. I think it's still really beautiful. I really love it. And yeah, can't get over that trip. So this one, oh, I'm going to have to pull up. What should I do here? I'm going to pause the video for 1 second. It's just, you're not even going to notice. And I'm going to grab the pattern for this one. Bam! I'm back. Yeah. Okay, the next one is the first Mirabilia that I started. So I was fully enabled by Instagram and by some friends, my stitchy friends, who were fully into Mirabilia. And I thought, they're pretty. I mean, the ladies are beautiful, but I'll never really stitch that. I mean, I don't really know what I would do with that or where I would put that, or I don't know, it just isn't my style. But then I thought, well, this one is really cute. So let me go ahead and let me try it. So this is Gathering Eggs. And I think she's really sweet. And I needed some springtime stitching. So I thought that's really cute. I like her little basket. I love this. I mean, I think the background is just beautiful too. The framing of it is really pretty. So I started on this and I had no idea. I just had no idea what a rabbit hole I was going to fall down with Mirabilia, because turns out they're beautiful and they're really fun to stitch. And you get to stitching and you think like, oh, it calls for this color, and you're stitching along, you're like, that can't be right. That's not going to work. And then it combines beautifully and you're like, oh, that's amazing. So you just have to see this girl. I think she is so pretty. And I'm really coming along on her as well. Look at this. Look at this dress. This is on just a natural fiber, 28 count linen. I believe this is also by Zweigart. But seriously, these sleeves, I mean, those colors are so bright on the skein and you think that's going to look like a clown outfit. And then you put it on the canvas or you put it into your fabric and it is amazing. The folds in this dress are amazing. I'm really loving the way this is coming out. So she's going to get some more love too. probably, I don't know, hopefully in the next couple weeks I'll be able to pull her out and work on her some more, because she's really not far from being finished. I mean, well, I say that. This is probably pretty intense up here. The background is going to be a lot of stitching. But so pretty. And only like one bead. So yeah, that's doable. I like it. This was this was a good first Mirabilia for me to take the plunge with. And then I was like, oh, I'm hooked. So let me do some more. Here's my GaRon bag. These sweet little bunnies. So cute for Easter. Yeah, so then once I started that, it was like full tilt. Started a second Mirabilia. This is Feather Fairy. And I just really adore the colors of these feathers. That blue, stop it. I mean, I love her wings. I think it's so pretty. My only thing is, if I had been like a more experienced stitcher when I started this, I probably would have tried to do a skin conversion. I do think she is like super pale, like all gingers. And my husband's a ginger. He's also totally pale. But I don't know. I like the idea of making, like Mira, my only criticism about Mira's is like, let's diversify even more. Like let's make these people a little more diverse. But still, she's beautiful. I'm really happy. Like I do love the color of her hair. And so then I'm kind of torn, like, oh, if I change her skin, what color would I do the hair? And it like leads me down a rabbit hole that I'm not really prepared for just yet. So I will continue to watch other people do amazing conversions and live vicariously through them. This fabric, oh my goodness. So I found a designer. It's called Barbaral Creations, and she is out of Hungary, I believe. And that's amazing for me because her stuff gets here super fast. And her fabrics are so awesome. This is called Ruins, and it is like just a beautiful mottled gray. And I love the way she's stitching up on there. She looks so good. I'm just getting into the fun part down here, like just getting into these feathers down here. So I'm super excited to get back to her. I kind of got through this boring, I was like, oh, this is kind of the boring piece. So I'll do that now. So now I get to get into that skirt, and on this fabric, I just think it's awesome. It looks really good. I was totally hooked on hand-dyed fabrics after seeing the way some of these look on them. It just really makes your design pop. It's amazing. It's really, really pretty. Put that away. There's my GaRon bag. Totally appropriate for the project. Love that. Love the inside of this bag too. So pretty. What's next? Ooh, back into Halloween. Yes. This guy, he's coming out. Like this one is definitely coming out for some stitching. This is Song of the Witches by Vintage Needle Arts. So it is just the quote from The Witches from Macbeth. I was in a performance of Macbeth back in college. It was the weirdest version of Macbeth. It was a very strange modern production that I will never forget. And so like when I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, I love that. I love the idea of stitching up something to kind of commemorate that very strange director. Japanese themed, if you can imagine. It was a very like kabuki no theater. Very weird. Yeah, I'm glad there's no videos. Like, I'm so glad, like sometimes I'm really glad. I'm really glad that I came up in the age where there wasn't as much social media as there is today, because there is no long lost video of that production. It's gone. No one's ever gonna see me in that silver unitard acting out the part of Macduff. That's lost. So here's my progress on this one. This is like some super ambitious, who am I what's going on? Like what kind of professional are you, Claire? This is a 36 count, and this is from Nicholas Flamel Designs, and he too is he also in Hungary? I believe he's also in Hungary. He makes just absolutely beautiful hand-dyed fabrics. You should follow him on Instagram. I will put his information below, because not only does he make amazing fabrics, but he is helping Ukrainian refugees because he's really close to the border. And he has a beautiful dog and a cute cat. And he lives in sort of an idyllic place. He's always posting pictures of nature near his home and the wildlife that's around, and it's lovely. And he seems like a really lovely individual. So I'm super happy to support him in his business. And most of the proceeds from his work, I believe, go to help the refugees. He uses quite a bit of it to help the war effort. So, this fabric is just mottled and beautiful and orange and gray. And I'm stitching with like one thread. I don't even know who I am. This one is extremely hard for me to see because I'm old. So this one, I have to get out my magnifying lamp. I have to sit, like it has to be done during the day, which is why I really haven't gotten as far as I would like to on that. But it's not tricky. I mean, it's just wording. So I will put some more stitches into that, especially during this season, during October. That's the time to bring this one out. And this bag is also Dot Goose Design. Some skulls on it and some beautiful witches. And actually, I also got the thread bed for this one because I just adore this witch fabric. And these things are so darn handy. Like when you just have little scraps of fabric, close it all up in there, and then it's not winging around and on the floor and stuck to your pants and whatever. My kids complain that there's like little tiny orts on all their fabric, on all their clothes. And I'm like, yeah, sorry. Just a hazard of the hobby. I hate that for you. You should vacuum more often. All right, what have we got next? We have, this one was this pattern I purchased off of Etsy from Stitching Spell, and it is called Fraktur. And I actually heard about this through Mama Loves You GB. She's a great floss tuber too. I'm a sucker for an accent. And she also is just prolific. I mean, she's always posting. She's always got an update. She's got some great information. She stitches like the wind, and she makes amazing reproductions. And she was talking about this this company, and they had a sale going on their patterns. And I just really thought this was pretty. This is probably like the most traditional thing that I got going. And I thought, oh, that's pretty with the birds and the pumpkin. So I'll give it a whirl. This is just a piece of 22 count out of a package. I think somebody gave me this fabric. It's just very generic, but it's a small start, but I kind of like it too. At the same time, I think it lends itself to the old-fashioned feel of this pattern. And so I just got the middle started there. The flower, I like the way those colors are blending together. I like this color palette a lot, actually. So into fall. And I think that will be really pretty when it's finished, either to make into a small pillow, or I'll probably do like maybe a flat, what's that called? When you know, do it on cardboard and you do like a flat fold presentation. So that will be good. This is also in a So Much to Love bag. Sparkly. Skulls. So cute. So good. Love that. What's next? Do you need a break? Like, I feel like I could use just a little sip of something. It's Friday night here. This week has been stressful. my coworker, has been out. And so it was really quiet for a while. And then all of a sudden we were just hit with a barrage of emails today, and I was really ready to be done. Yeah, so looking forward to the weekend and stitching. Here's the next one. This is also a Mirabilia. So again, I told you, bit by the bug hard. Started looking around, find one that I absolutely adore. Oh, it's out of print. It's like hard to come by and expensive. And I just was like stalking eBay for this. And I got it. Christmas Flourishes. Look at her. What's she doing? Just like sweeping into a room with all of her bounty. All of her jewels and her garland and what all, and she's ready to decorate something, or I don't even know, bestowing Christmas upon you. I think she's beautiful. I love it. And I was following another stitcher on Instagram, Dune Stitches, I believe is how you say his account, and he was stitching this project. He's working on it and he's further along, and it's amazing. And he's like a Bella Filipina and Mirabilia wizard, and he is doing it on a red fabric, and I thought, oh yes, that's what I want to do. So I've got this beautiful 32 count like red burgundy. That's pretty true actually to the color. Such a pretty fabric, and I got this in Paris. Weird flex, I know, but I picked this up. People in France love to cross stitch. It's everywhere there. Cross stitch stores aplenty. Saju. It's gorgeous, beautiful stuff. And I feel like we have nothing here, and it makes me sad. So I scooped up a lot of things when I was on vacation when we went, and I got this fabric and I love it. And then here's where I'm at. So just into her sleeve, just starting on some of the garland pieces. This is another one I think that's so easy. Like once you get started, you can just kind of truck along. So I'm going to save her and work on her during the Christmas months as well, because it just gives me like such good Christmas vibes. I love it. I love it. And I just got the specialty threads for her as well. So I kitted that one up myself and was like kind of scouring the internet for the specialty threads here and there when I saw them. So that's good. Here's another GaRon bag. The little holiday stamps. So cute. Here we go. Here is my Painted Leaf Company bag that I just adore. I adore it. Look at this fabric. It's so pretty. Hello, Painted Leaf Company, and it's a bunch of leaves and it's macrame, and they sell all these things. So I feel like it's like a walking advertisement for their whole company aesthetic, and I love it. It's got like a clear front and this gorgeous turquoise backing. I will pull this out so you can kind of see. Oh, I had to get the thread bed for that one as well. Love it. So pretty. And so in this one, I have to put my other Mirabilia, which is my namesake. Hi. I saw this one, Claire, spelled the right way. Not throwing shade at you other Claires out there. It's fine. If you're from Ireland or England or wherever the heck, you do you. Leave that E off. It's fine. Drop out that I. I'm going full volume, full vowels over here. So this is one of the Bewitching Pixies. Does it say what that is? Yes, Bewitching Pixies. And I am doing her on a beautiful blue fabric to match the project bag. And here's where I am. And she is coming along. I had to wait also to get there is one specialty thread on the ends of this. What is this specialty thread? Water lilies. It is a GaRon water lilies in sable. And it's just like a really pretty, I'm not going to be able to get it to show up on camera, but it's a lovely like mottled browny purpley black on the ends of her outfit and up here on the tips of her crown. So I'm excited about finishing this one up too. This is on a 28 count. And for some reason, or is this 32 count? Actually, I think this is 32 count. I don't know, this one's been a little bit trickier for me to count threads on. I think because it's a little bit darker, I have to be really cognizant, to really pay attention when I'm doing that one. But I love her. I like to imagine that's what I would look like if I were a Bewitching Pixie. Now, let's see. The next one is my Modern Folk Embroidery Move Forward in Love Sal. I guess maybe it's still a Sal. I guess it's still a Sal because we're still working on it. I've seen a lot of people finish this as well. And there were 2 different versions. You could do one that was monochromatic, which was beautiful. And I chose to do this one with all the colors because I had a really beautiful fabric from Be Stitch Me called Love Potion. And I have not made any progress on this since the last time I showed you, but I'll just pull it out to record where I'm at. So it's another one that's like pretty easy to stitch up. I love this fabric. I believe this is also a 20 count, so it's really simple. I need to get back to working on that one in between some of these bigger projects. So when I need a rest from my Chatelaine and my Istanbul, that's a good one to pull out because it's pretty simple. Then I told you all my obsession with the cross stitch unload, like stash unload Facebook pages. Man, I can't quit those. I can't quit them. I just have to take a look and see what people are getting rid of. And sometimes it's totally amazing and super funny. And Simon is going to freak out for this one because they love Batman and I got them a Batman and Robin one. So at some point I am going to stitch a Batman and Robin like tote bag or something for that child. They're kind of into Robin. I don't understand it, but DC Comics, don't get started on the DC versus Marvel. It's too heavy of a conversation. I'm not interested in going into that with these people. Like my husband gets involved. It's always a big to-do about who's superior. But for Simon, DC all the way. And yeah, so that was a total tangent. I got off on that Batman project. The other one I got though from the stash site was it's a Dimensions Gold kit. I think you can still get it, but it was really inexpensive. And they told me this is called Victorian Elegance. And what you maybe can't tell about this picture is her hat has like ribbon embroidery flowers and it is insanely pretty. And I've seen some people stitching this on Instagram and I think it is really, really beautiful. And the lady who this belonged to, so it doesn't have all the supplies. However, she was like wildly organized. She has these Ziploc bags and they're like marked what bundle. And then she took the time to convert all the colors to the DMC conversions. So if you don't have the color because it was a kit, you got it. Like you can just go and get the threads, the DMCs. And it did come with actually like a fair amount of DMC threads. So there's a few of these. Like she like I said, she separated it all out. How organized is this? I'm not this organized. Like all my stuff in these project bags is just thrown into the bottom. I don't have I bobbinate, but I kind of don't love bobbinating. And then I have just skeins in there and I intend to bobbinate them at some point, but I'm not doing this. This is amazing. She's got bundle number 1, bundle number 2, leftover ribbon for the hat. I mean, it is so perfect. So I'm excited. And there's like a ton more thread in here. I'm really excited to work on her. I've got a very small started. And I want to say this is Fiber on a Whim, Heather, 18 count. And really tiny start. But the pattern calls for 3 threads. And I'm not a fan. Like I feel like it's really like shoving too many threads through these tiny holes. Even though this is 18 count, it just doesn't, it's really like, I'm not really loving the way the X's are looking. So I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with 3 threads. I may pull this out and start and just do a 2 thread on the thing because I don't know, personal preference. I think it'll look just as nice, but I'm liking it on this purple fabric. I think that's really going to make her cream colored dress pop and the hat just pop off there. I have no idea how that ribbon embroidery is going to go, but we'll figure that out when we get there. I think it's super pretty. All right, this brings us to the last project. So that's not bad. Like, what are we at? An hour? I mean, not too shabby. And there's going to be a part in there where I'm going to have to like edit out me like searching for patterns. This last one, I told you I was going to start it. I could not resist. I could not wait on them. Sir Thomas by Glendon Place. I can't get over this guy. He is just so shiny. So shiny. Like every single portion I've worked on so far, it feels like, is a treasure braid. The treasure braid is so easy. Nobody told me about that. Why have I been struggling with Krynex this whole time when I could be using treasure braid? So simple. It's so smooth. It's so easy. I'm a total fan. Total fan. Here's where I'm at. Look at that. This took no time at all. This is another project where I feel like it is just blocks of color. So like once you get started in an area, you're basically just filling in that part of the feather. And it is so gorgeous. This is just like a pewter gray Zweigart 32 count. Picked that up in their store. I love it. I love to pick this one up at night. This is the one I've been gravitating towards basically this whole week because it's just super easy stitching. It's just really simple. And it's in the prettiest project bag from GaRon. Again, are these like turkey peacocks? Fall peacocks? I don't know. Oh my goodness. The white pumpkins get me. It's so pretty. Absolutely love it. So yeah, that's it. I think this is long enough, to be quite honest. The plans I have are just to continue working on Sir Thomas, to continue working on Istanbul, putting in a few stitches here and there. And maybe I'll get back to that Chatelaine, the beaded toadstool tile, which is also called for this month. Stitchy haul. I don't really have a lot. I mean, okay, I just showed you my Clay by Kim dragon, which is like the pinnacle. Is there anything else? I don't think so. Like there's nothing else. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave it here. Oh, what am I even talking about? This amazing shirt. What? Okay, I've got to show you. This shirt from Stitchy Witcher. Stitchy Witcher? No, that's not right. Oh my goodness. What is her name? Oh, it escapes me. Oh my goodness. That is so embarrassing. This shirt cracks me up. It's so funny. Oh my goodness. I have to find her name. I cannot think of it right now. Gracious. I will put it in the comments below. She has the cutest apparel. She's so funny. She has like a totally gothic style. I am drawing a complete... Is it the Witchy Stitcher? It might be. Am I having a senior moment? I might be. I have some more wine. I don't know. Anyway, I love this shirt. It's so cute. I have to be careful where I wear it. It's got a little salty language on it. So, you know, gotta watch out. I don't have young kids anymore. I don't really care. I swear like a sailor. It's fine. But, you know, you gotta watch. You gotta watch where you are. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm gonna sign off now. I hope you guys have a lovely weekend. I hope you do lots of stitching and do whatever moves you. Start a new project or work on an old one. Leave comments below. let me know what you're working on. And if there's anything that I missed that you want notes on or want to see, please tell me, because I'm doing my best here. And hopefully I will talk to you again soon. Have a good one. Bye.